start out in the very first period of ever recorded. Well, not like the first, the dawn of life. Gosh. So, first we're going to talk about the Cambrian. So, the Cambrian is nicknamed the explosion of life.
But what?
And life first started out in the sea. Land.
So, well, sit down so everybody else can see here.
Let's see.
You gotta sit down.
He's fine right there. He's fine right there.
Alright, that's fine.
So first, well, there were creatures that were like this. They were pretty much sea arthropods. You know, arthropods, insects, spiders. And, well, most of you know that, well, we didn't live there. We weren't there yet. So pretty much they were just arthropods, and even squids have ancestors. There were giant orthocones and little orthocones.
Hold it up, Bones, so they can see.
Orthocones kind of look like that. The cone is like that, and there's some squishy body like a giant squid. And then we're going to the Permian in the Holocene. So the first creatures that lived on the earth were spiders, bugs, and stuff.
Spiders, bugs, and stuff.
And then, well, it was amphibians and stuff. And, well, there was the Carboniferous, yeah. And carbon is Greek for coal because of all the coal it produced. And because of the oxygen levels, there were giant bugs pretty much. There were like giant scorpions, but there were even bigger scorpions in the Cambrians, giant sea scorpions, and a spider-like creature that only had one eye on the top, and the giant Arthroplura, a giant millipede that's even bigger than you. And then a giant dragonfly. It was probably as big as a condor or something. And then we go to the Permian, and pretty much everybody knows this creature. It's Dimetrodon, and it is not a dinosaur. Dinosaurs lived after.
What is it?
This is not a dinosaur.
I know, but what is it? What is it if it's not a dinosaur?
It's an archosaur. And you know what this creature is? Grossing you out.
We have this in our house.
Grossing you out.
Can I see? I know what it is.
Crawdad.
But I pretty much respect it because it's one of the greatest, it's one of the most successful life on Earth. It can go in any environment, even in an apocalypse. And then we go 40 million years later to the Triassic, and the first dinosaurs are appearing, like, I don't know, Coelophysis and Luposaurus. And then we go to the Jurassic. And the Jurassic was full of creatures with Allosaurus and stuff. And this creature, Dilophosaurus, from the first Jurassic Park. And in Jurassic Park, you know, it was little and it had frills. Well, actually, it was part of the Tyrannosaur species. And it did not have frills, and it was big.
Did it spit?
No.
Didn't spit. Really lied to us.
And no one knows pretty much why Jurassic Park did it.
Sell tickets.
What's Jurassic mean? What does that mean?
It's a period that's in the dinosaurs, and I don't really know that.
Okay.
And in the Jurassic and the Gobi Desert, there were velociraptors. Everybody knows that. And Protoceratops, a type of ceratopsian that didn't have any teeth. And it pretty much just had little teeth. And one of the most famous fossils include both of these guys fighting. It was called Fighting Dinosaurs, and this is pretty much the size. This is just a baby Triceratops to this juvenile. And the skull, a
Can tell
Protoceratops
which ones are
looked like
vegetarians
this.
and which ones are carnivorous.
He put it together himself. I didn't tell him what to do at all.
We're going to be
You can ask the
talking
questions,
about
though.
Carnotaurus. It lived in the Jurassic too.
Hey Jonah, there's a question over here.
What?
Would you mind telling us which ones are vegetarians and which ones are carnivorous?
So this one is vegetarian. This and well, these guys are carnivorous, being carnivores. And well, a Protoceratops skull would be a little smaller than this compared to a cow. What is it?
Rocco.
I was hoping there was a dinosaur party here.
That's what this is.
You didn't think it was going to be like school, did you?
That's how you learn, by listening.
Howling.
You've got to
The
listen.
party
then you
part's
know.
next after the school part, okay?
You're doing good, John.
Need to pay attention, there's gonna be a quiz after.
Yeah.
There is going to be a
If
quiz.
y'all sit quietly, there's cake after. That's
He's
right.
like really weird.
Okay, so
Like really
what are you
weird
asking?
skulls. Like a skull. They're really weird.
This is we'll talk about that in the rest of it. So,
Just keep going,
How-
Jonah.
how
You're doing
big-
good.
Okay, hold on. Let him keep going. All your questions will be answered at the
questions will
end.
be at the end.
There you go.
Good job.
And so we've been focusing on land, so now let's go into the ocean. So there were giant turtles called an archelon. And yeah, turtles are prehistoric, and tortoises were later after them. So sea turtles were a lot older than tortoises, even though they look old. Old tortoises. And by the way, these guys were not dinosaurs. Dinosaurs only lived on land. These are just flying reptiles and sea reptiles that lived at sea.
Did not know that.
And this is a great white shark compared to one of these guys.
What is that guy?
That guy is
It's a bunch of girls.
and this one is a Elasmosaurus. It was one of the long neck. A plesiosaur is not a type because plesiosaurs are the name of the species. And then we go back on land. And these guys were saltwater. So saltwater tortoises were right after. These guys are archelons. They're the ancestors of leatherbacks. They're a lot bigger than leatherbacks. And then we go into the, area where dinosaurs are starting to end and a Tyrannosaurus. So most of you think Tyrannosaurus lived in Jurassic. It actually lived in the Cretaceous. And Triceratops, why it's so famous is because it's the last ceratopsian that ever walked our Earth. And there's a bunch of different types of ceratopsians. You can look them up on Google. And then we go to the end of them. And most people think a giant meteor hit the Earth, the extinction of the dinosaurs. Some people think it was global warming, but a scientist found weird material that usually comes from meteorites, and he used all that material that was found all around the Earth to make the size of the meteorite. And the crater was probably in South America, at the edge of South America, you know, the Caribbean, or that little edge thing.
The Yucatan.
The Yucatan Peninsula that's where it was. And then we go a couple years later, there was a saltwater there were blunt-nosed crocodiles that were very weird crocodiles. They're like, their nose was like short, and saltwater turtles that were like as big as a normal dining table. And Titanoboa, a giant snake that was really big, super big.
What was it called?
It was called Titanoboa, and he was gigantic. Why there were gigantic reptiles at that period of time is because of the heat. Usually mammals depend on size of what they eat, but reptiles grow huge because of the climate. And then, well, there's Megalodon. Lived in the seas during that time, right after. This is the great white compared to the Megalodon, and this is a normal cow. Hello.
And there's Mega Cow. Is that the Mega Cow?
This is how big the cow is to the snake.
The Titanoboa.
So out there in Okeechobee, just imagine a snake that big compared to one of those cows.
It was 40 feet long, just for the record.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're getting those now. Not 40 feet long. Yeah, they are. The anacondas that are there.
And then we're going out of history and into sci-fi Jurassic Park stuff, where everybody probably watched the movies. So anyway, if you didn't know the story of Jurassic Park, so they find a mosquito in some amber, and then they used in the blood that was in the amber to create a dinosaur. And someday we might find a mosquito in amber, which we might make Jurassic Park video. And then, you know, Jurassic World Indominus, well, that was InGen's fault. And, well, you know how it was like a genetically modified creature? Well, genetically modified, this is like a presentation of what it would be. A wolfen or something like that, like a dolphin, whale or something. So they combined a dolphin and a whale.
What'd you call it, a wolfen?
Yeah.
You know, like a
Or a dale?
Why is that? Why? Remind me why that?
It's a baleen whale with a dorsal fin like a shark.
And then, well, most of you think, well, some of you might have heard of this shark. It lived in the Permian, which is way back before Carboniferous. That's hard to say. And sharks. Well, Dunkleosteus, you can say, look that up, and if you need help typing it, just say Dunkleosteus. Okay. And Dunkleosteus was not a shark. And yeah, it was not. It was a placoderm. Usually placoderms are small, but that thing was the terror of the late Permian. It was like even bigger than. It was a little bigger than a great white shark, and it didn't have teeth. It had these sharp, bony plates. I'll get a picture of that creature. That thing was not a shark. It was
That's
a
Dunkleostes. Yes.
Wow.
What is it?
What is that? A eel or something?
That's Dunkleostes, the thing he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Black.
Would you like to be this one?
So,
Handsome fella.
Yeah.
Got a toothy smile.
and
Are there any placoderms still alive in the world? Don't know.
I don't really know that, really.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to look that up yourself.
Google it.
Any other questions? This is the time to answer some questions.
Why did the movie lie to us?
No one knows.
Because the director didn't know what you know.
But even with all that, did you really enjoy the movie too, though? Yes, me too. All right, Rocco.
What?
What's your question, young man?
I was watching TV Dinosaur Man.
Dinosaur?
Dinosaur Man.
Land.
And
Ran?
it's looked like Dinosaur Watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looked like a
So,
dinosaur.
Jonah, did you have any birds in there?
And
Over
it
to
looked
your
like
right
this
there.
Watch.
Well, even though I don't have anything on here, I can show you a couple more stuff.
Yeah.
Things
the
over to the
first
right, those two
birds
flying things over there he had.
Pretty
Oh, on the
much
table?
dinosaurs.
Yeah, those are pterosaurs, though.
Yeah, but
I don't think
How
those
about
had
the
feathers.
dragonfly? Do
They
you
actually
have
had
a picture of
dinosaurs with
that?
feathers
The big
on them
one?
that would look like birds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do.
Because birds are basically modern dinosaurs, apparently.
He's here.
Well, we came from all of that too, from what he was telling me the other day over there. From way back to some of that.
And people didn't come from
I mean, from
okay, honey.
the things in the water and
Oh,
all of that.
yeah, if you go back far enough, yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow,
How big
that's a
was it?
dragonfly.
Yeah.
It was like 4
How big?
feet, wasn't it,
4
Jonah?
feet?
I think
Wow.
it's as big as a book.
You
A
could
4
take
foot
him
dragonfly.
away.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh,
I got a question.
But
The raptors, velociraptors, are they really that big in the movie as in real life?
Aren't they bigger in real
but
life?
One thing they might have got wrong is we don't really know they had feathers, but people have a theory that they probably did have feathers, and even the Jurassic World, the new one, had no feathers on them.
Yeah, they didn't want to change them, right?
Well, Jonah, the good part is we believe anything you said, so.
That's because all of this is real.
Amen.
Well, it was at one time,
And
but
that's
the
the first
information is
fish.
real.
First fish?
Yeah.
What?
Looks like a snail.
It's gross.
That's the
Looks
first
like
fish.
an eel.
Let me see, Jonah.
I guess whatever we feel that it looks.
Let me see. Let me see. So now, my mom has.
First question is the name of the island in Jurassic World.
Who knows that?
Island Nuba.
Now, you got to read off all the options there.
Yeah, what's the,
Easter Island, Isla Sorna, Isla Nublar, or Milwaukee.
Eastern Island.
I'm saying Big Block.
Isla Nublar is correct.
All right, you get a prize.
Get a puppy.
alright, so when you visit Isla Nublar,
Oh my god.
and you have to pick up the dinosaur poop in the cage.
What is it?
Rubber gloves.
Rubber gloves.
Okay, you got a prize. You get the answer.
Okay, so the next question is, which time period did not
Sweetie.
have dinosaurs in?
Which period did not have dinosaurs?
Triassic,
Sit down, guy. Sit down.
Cretaceous, Jurassic.
Jurassic.
Cretaceous.
Did not have dinosaurs.
Cretaceous.
Jurassic.
Permian.
All right, but you don't get a prize. you don't have to answer anymore.
Don't answer anymore, you already got your
Do you have to
prize.
raise your hand or is it just a shout out?
You can shout it out, do whatever you want.
All right, next
Okay,
question.
stand back then.
Can I trade it in?
Maybe somebody will trade with you afterwards.
Oh, like a Chinese
The
gift?
next question is, which time period did the T-Rex live in?
Well, give the options.
Jurassic.
Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous.
Jurassic.
Cretaceous.
Cretaceous is the winner.
I heard it over here.
Hey, Papa! Woo! So this, when the
Somebody's
Tyrannosaurus runs at you, this is to distract him.
Hey, Andy, I like that.
True or false? Was Dunkleosteus a species of shark?
Can I hear the question again?
No.
Say it again, Jonah.
False. It was a placoderm.
Who got it?
Next question.
I did.
Yeah, but you were there when we were asking the.
Oh yeah, you got your shirt.
You answer a question.
How many more questions you got here, Jonah?
The whole pad full.
This is fine, John.
Whole afternoon's worth.
Papa
How many more
loves
prizes do you have?
trivia.
Competition.
True or false?
Listen to the question.
Wait, you did that one.
Raise your hand if you want to answer it,
All right,
kids.
yeah, you raise your hand if you want to answer. And if you've already got a prize, you can't answer.
I didn't think you would have.
Don't expect much.
True or false? Were pterosaurs dinosaurs?
Let Kai answer.
Rocky, let Rocky.
Or Rocco.
All right, or Kai.
Kai or Rocco. Hey, there you go. He said it.
already got his prize.
No, he didn't. It's right here. Oh, Kai did.
I already won one.
Kai won.
Here you go, Rocky.
Yes, definitely.
Was it false? It was false, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's gorgeous!
Sure. Your gloves, be quiet.
I like it.
All right, what's next?
They have logos on.
How many time periods were there before the current time period?
Read the options.
2, 1, or 2?
No, that's not what it says. Read it again.
3.
2,
Read the question again.
or 19?
2, 11, 19, and what?
2, 11, 19. Weird F things.
Weird X thing.
That's alright, I don't need to leave. I like
7. 2, 11, 19, or 7. Who wants?
I can't hear, so.
Everybody be quiet.
Everybody be quiet! Or the T-Rex will rip your head out.
Hold it.
All right, who wants to?
Read it again. Oh, I'm sorry.
Was it 2?
Wait, read the question and the answers.
How many time periods were there before the current time? 2, 11, 19, 7.
7.
You already answered. Elizabeth, your turn.
11.
Is that right?
I don't even know what.
Yes, that's right. That was the right one. You wrote it down.
11?
That's what you told me.
Yeah, it's 11.
All right, we need to Google that one.
Over here, bud. That's 11. Kai.
Okay, let's go in.
Want something to eat?
All right, how many more questions, Jonah?
Is this when
chicken nuggets?
All right, here, Elizabeth.
Yeah, goodie bag.
Okay, next question. Come on.
Last question.
No, next.
Almost.
What species of dinosaurs were not correct? I can't read.
See, you're
cursive.
reading.
Do it.
Which species of dinosaur was not used to create Indominus Rex in Jurassic World? Giganotosaurus, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Protoceratops, or Carnotaurus? Which one of those dinosaurs was not included in Indominus Rex?
The first one.
Lactosaurus or whatever you call it.
Read the first one.
Clarissa, what do you got?
There you go. Whatever.
Huh? No.
Read all the options one more time.
Gigantosaurus, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Protoceratops, Carnotaurus.
The raptor thing?
Nope.
Nope.
The Teratops. What's it called? What's it called?
Read it again.
The one that sounds like Triceratops. What's it?
Oh,
Second.
she said Protoceratops.
Protoceratops.
You are a winner.
Yeah, we go.
All right. Okay, so when Indominus Rex comes, and you have a close getaway, all you have to do is go white because that was scary.
That's good. You always need
That's all of them,
I've
right?
always needed
I see
that.
the dinosaur. Yeah, no,
That was all of them.
wait, all right. Well, we need 3 more questions. Come up with one.
Jonah.
What? Ask. Did you do what aged T-Rex lived? You did, didn't you? Okay. Don't put that in somebody's face, girl. Where'd you get that? Go put it back. Ask something from one of the movies.
Okay.
Oh yeah. ask
How
from
about
the
pick a number?
movie. No.
That's number between 1 and 2.
Which
Guess my weight.
Velociraptor was named Blue?
No, baby.
I'm not a baby. I'm 9 years old.
How about one of the
I'm a teenager.
velociraptor's name was Blue. What's the other? What's
Oh,
another
what the name of the other?
What's another name?
Oh my
What
God,
she
I know
said.
this.
Green.
It
What was
was
the name?
Red. Does it make
I remember the reason.
I only remember one of the other ones. And it wasn't the, do you remember the other 2 names?
There were 3 names.
And this is in the Jurassic.
Hey, no
right?
Googling. No Googling.
No Googling. Oh God, the name is just like.
Was there 4 altogether?
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Hint. The trainer. There was no one named Alpha. Right. There was Blue. Alpha was the man. Blue, and then
Blue was.
Okay, so there was Blue.
There was-
we already said. Alpha.
Alpha is the clue.
Alpha was the man, right?
I thought that was the female one.
Delta. There you go. There's one of them.
Delta.
All right, Doompa gets another prize.
What about Echo?
Yeah, Echo. There's another one.
Here's to tie up the velociraptor once you caught him. What is this?
The road?
Bungee cord.
Yeah.
What about two prize thing there?
Moving
That's
along.
what she said.
You can put your old tire on your
You
roof.
said we'll hit with a 2 prize thing. One
I know,
person,
but
2
nobody's
prize.
saying everybody else is saying it. The right answer.
That's because he's looking them up.
He's not.
No, he's just a geek. Are we done? No?
Elizabeth said Echo, right?
Yeah.
She.
She.
But Booba gets 2. But
Oh, you gotta go pay.
I was waiting for you to say one, and you didn't say
Poor
it.
little thing.
You.
I told Rocky the answer, so he's not.
Oh.
True or false? Did dinosaurs go polar?
Go-
Polar?
That's a good question.
No, they
No.
couldn't take it.
They couldn't take
False.
it. They had to have
They went extinct, not polar.
No, no.
True. There were dinosaurs. There were polar Allosaurus.
Prove it.
They were warm-blooded, right? So they couldn't survive in polar.
You said they had to live in
They had to
how
work
could they?
booties.
What? Hey, how about are crocodiles descended from dinosaurs? How about that one?
False.
That's false. It's true.
False is true. Dinosaurs came from crocodiles. Crocodilians are one of the archosaurs.
Yeah. So they predated dinosaurs, right? Yay! Are we done yet?
What's it called? Like in mine?
It says right there.
No, it's a dinosaur.
He is too.
At the bottom of this bag is stuff.
Yeah. What is?
At the bottom was.
She added stuff to it more than we had questions.
This is such stuff I bought that
All
day.
right.
It had more than 1 word on there.
You got another one, Jonah? Okay, go.
Well, I think you should go to
When
Grandma
we
Tree.
made
She answered all the
this
questions
into
right.
dinosaur time.
Do what now?
Grandma Teresa got
Did people ever see a dinosaur?
There you go. Grandma Teresa answered first.
Grandma Teresa.
Yeah.
Goes to Grandma Teresa. Come on, she answered everything accurately.
In the movies we saw.
Oh, okay. But y'all
You might want to trade with
All right. Yay! Good job, Jonah.
Happy birthday.
Wait.
I'm gonna break somewhere, buddy.
I'm forgetting something.
Wait.
Watch out for everything. Are you taking still pictures too?
No, I already took one with the cake, but if you want to take some more, it'd be all right with me.
Well, that would be nice, but my camera's
Claustrophobic.
I
feel claustrophobic.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jonah. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
And many more.
One more up.
It's all of our grandkids? So they're all the
Grandkids, remember that stuff?
That was in soon.
Every time she rocked forward, that goes back to the other way.
Yeah, we can save it for last.
No.
Right, Jonah, you can open.
Looks like Microsoft put Windows 10 in
That's
there.
good. You should do small
Okay,
first.
small
I
first.
can't see nothing for this. What the heck is this?
That's to block you, basically, hold you back.
Well, unless you got X-ray vision, you
That's
better
for
open
mommy and
that.
daddy. Shouldn't that be left? No.
No, that's all right.
Are we saving the paper?
Wow.
I would say no. Grandma might leak, or is that?
Saving the paper. Ha! Environment smile.
That's Jonah's birthday dress.
Are you surprised, Jonah?
What is it?
It's named Kylosaurus.
Yeah, what is it?
It's another, like, I can't pronounce it. Thesaurus.
Yeah.
That's Jonah's. Leave them there. That's for Jonah. You wanna give
Tickle her some more, Jay. Who's that from?
That's from us.
All right, well, you can open that one. We'll save the big one for last.
I miss Minecraft.
What is it?
Cool.
Cool.
I forgot what it is. Let me see it. Oh.
It's a dinosaur.
Let's go on Teresa.
He saw it yesterday before I bought him.
That's right.
Oh, you're gonna save all those, huh?
That's Jonah's too. That's from me. Delivery
Oh,
girl.
I want to see the card.
Yeah, let's look at the card.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
That
Wow. You could use that as a background for one of your films.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it is. Leave it alone.
That's the back of it.
That's very.
That's your
And that comes.
check, Jonah. What do you say, buddy?
Cards off the packages.
Come here, little boy.
I want to go over there. Are you?
No, you're fine. Just
Are you?
you're in the video, so go ahead.
You're ready for that.
That's a cool envelope there.
Yay.
Okay, you can give that to Daddy.
You can hold it.
You know what that is? A bell toddy.
Yeah. Yep. Jonah, what do you say?
Check.
She worked all week on that.
Yeah.
Give a hug.
Yeah.
Big hug.
Turn that off my face.
Hey guys, don't play in the living room here right now, okay?
Where are you going? Aren't you going to watch him open his presents?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's have you sit down parking somewhere.
Jonah, that one you have in your hands for Grandpa Rick and me.
Hey, before you do that,
Box,
give me
just the card.
Grandma's card real quick, Jonah.
Card.
Give me Give me Grandma's card.
We're confusing them.
Thank you. I just don't want to get stepped on.
Hey.
Okay, that's from Real Hot Brick
I
and
think
Paint.
that one, the green one goes with
Not
that.
the present, though.
Not
That's-
the, not the, is that the green one? I think that's,
Wait, that's somebody else's. That's not mine.
you can open it,
You
but
can
it's
open it,
with that.
Jonah.
That goes with that.
Where's mine?
Rocco, please sit down.
Mine's the blue.
Kai, sit down. I'm trying to video, bud. Just sit down on the ground by him if you want.
That's from Kai.
This is Jonathan.
What's for me?
No present.
What's for me?
Go sit down by Elizabeth and you can watch real close.
And your shirt. And I have a whole bag of other clothes for you too.
What's it say, sweetie? I can't see it.
Where are you going?
Just
No,
a
it's 9-year-old like you. Happy birthday, Jonah. I love Uncle Ryan and family.
Oh.
And the gift under the blue card goes with that card.
Yeah, that's.
There you go.
Papa, like me.
There's a little throwback in there.
Ooh, I like those.
That's cool.
What is it?
This is not a baby chair.
It's a 3D dinosaur puzzle.
Never seen one like that.
I'll help you with that.
Uncle Ryan, that's a little throwback. It's a little special one.
Oh. You know, the thing is, by Christmas when the movie comes out, he'll be done with dinosaurs and ready for Star Wars.
Well, the thing about that is the little clips
Jonah?
of the movie. To
Jonah.
Papa.
So that's a little.
Right here.
Myself and
And
Ryan. I become
Don't push this. It's me,
Uncle Ryan.
So you.
Okay, blue card game over. And that's all I got to say about that. Oh, really? That's funny.
Oh, that was mine. I lost it.
Somebody's rich.
And Jason has to pick out the card.
He's got some legs
We could have given you that before your presentation. You could have added to it.
That's a cool card.
Whoops. What?
He's old enough to know the birthday. I get to go give her.
Here, Jonah, give me that stuff. I'll put it up here.
Oh, almost in the head there.
And then let's give us this card. Give you guys that card too for the stack.
Thank you.
Open it to Jason's right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, for me. Oh, careful, great.
I know I saw something that looks like.
What is it? I want to see.
I want to see too.
Oh,
That's
cool.
that's a Giga.
Is that Indominus?
It's like
Oh,
I got that
the
too.
little orb thingy.
I wrote spear.
Yes, Mom.
Gee,
Don't you know nothing?
He called it the buggy.
Thank you.
Look what I said.
Okay.
That's how I answered David.
Here, you want to
Claw come through.
Go ahead.
And I was
Where am I? Right here?
Welcome, Jonah.
Look at Minecraft one. That's for Mommy and Daddy.
No, what he's opening now.
Wow.
Go save the paper.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Whoa. I don't do that too.
It's hard to get out of.
You like it, Jonah?
Air
We turned it down because there's so many people in here. It's that fan though.
You should have brought us a blanket then.
Hey Ryan,
Like
could you
that?
flip the fan off? It's behind Dad's head.
It's my favorite.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. We got.
That one
All
and
right, let's save this one from Boopbug comes back in. You can open.
Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas. I have no idea. Making sure it's on straight.
He's super
He was
fast.
notorious for that.
Yeah.
Is he? He buys it after Christmas for cheap.
No, he just does. He buys it at Christmas time. He always has Christmas paper, so he doesn't.
Daddy, look what it does.
All year round, you can get Christmas paper.
Oh, cool.
I finally got some birthday paper. All I had was Christmas paper. I got it for.
I just went to the Dollar Tree. And
Yeah, right, Jonah, you got one more big one there, and then we'll. Yep, that was for you. That's from us too.
I don't know, we just use comics.
2 bows on it.
Oh, that's we used to use comic strip paper, yeah. For
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we use newspapers, you know, for.
Oh.
It actually makes a cute package when you put a nice bow on it.
Wow, look at that.
That's
pretty
Is that what you did?
Can I see? Can I see? Can I see?
Kelly, awesome.
Awesome! Oh, can we play this, Jonah?
Press the buttons, okay? No. Don't press buttons. Okay, alright, turn it off. Alright.
His face and your face. That's good.
Go ahead, Jonah.
I didn't never tell him.
No, you.
Rock service, Chuck, with the cat back there.
That's good. That's what I needed. Your package.
My God!
Hi.
Guys.
Get him a oh my goodness. I know. I know.
Can you help? Okay, that's
Different, but
Nice thing.
Yeah, look at the front. Front is
oh, it's
Well, if it's different, I'm keeping the other one.
oh my God.
Give it to him for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Alright, Jonah, you just go sit over and wait for them to finish.
my God!
Jonah.
Wow.
Let's play with this. Oh my God! Please, 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 please. Please, please, please.
You may play.
Do you like it, Jonah?
When you get them a knife, you go hide it.
Jonah.
Somebody
Go hide it in your bedroom.
untied
More dinosaurs here than in the movie.
Yeah, I know.
There was more dinosaurs here than there was in the Jurassic.
Okay, that's what it's going on. You have to flip these two.
Hey, Jonah. Jonah.
You don't really want to open it.
Hey, Rocky. Rocco, I'm sorry. Look at his face. Look at that face.
Oh, it's the pterodactyl.
I figured I'd try to find a dinosaur as big as you.
Yeah.
I don't miss it.
Hey,